From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, the fate of University of Maine Chancellor Dana Malloy is on the agenda as trustees meet this week. Plus, the 22nd annual Beth C. Wright Walk for Life hit the streets in Addison over the weekend. And a Wells man is charged with murdering a toddler after authorities investigated a shooting on Saturday. This and more right now. Good morning. Welcome into Good Morning Maine. I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for tuning in this morning. If you're a first-timer, welcome to Maine. We do like to start our Mondays off with a smile, and the best way to do that is with Devin Biggs because he has a first check of our forecast.
Hey, Joe, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, radar and satellite quieting down after a few rain showers moved through last night, and so far temperatures have been rather mild in the 60s and 50s this morning. No, we'll be watching for temperatures that will be falling soon as that cold front has since passed through. But temperatures today should still make it into the 60s, and once this front moves through, a few dry days on the way, though, with a mixture of clouds and sunshine overall. And so far, overnight low temperatures have been rather mild, some areas in the 40s and 50s. We'll see these updated a little bit more as we head towards morning. We hit those overnight lows overall. But otherwise, though, looking pretty good out there. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today. Overall, clouds shouldn't be too ridiculous, but a little bit more cloud cover approaching as we head towards Tuesday morning. But winds will be a little gusty today, getting up to about 15, maybe close to 20 miles per hour early, but backing off overnight tonight, so things will be looking rather calm as we do move forward. But for today, we'll call it partly cloudy, pretty simple out there, right? We'll have highs in the upper 60s, and that north wind getting up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour, a few gusts up to 20 miles per hour, not out of the question. Later on tonight, partly to perhaps mostly cloudy, lows in the lower 40s, and that north wind backing off to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. In your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning period, a mixture of clouds and sun, temperatures warming into the middle 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe?
Thanks, Devin. First up this Monday morning, the body of Justin Howard, who has been missing since March 28th of 2022, has been found. According to the Clinton Police Department, the Kennebec County Sheriff's Office received a call of a possible body in the Sebasticook River between the Benton Bridge and the dam at about 1:15 Sunday afternoon. Police say the Maine Warden Service sent out a boat to find a place to guide the body to shore. Once the body was brought in, police were able to identify Howard by a tattoo on his right arm. The Maine Warden Service, Fairfield Rescue, the Clinton Police Department, and Kennebec County Sheriff's Office all responded to the scene. A woman from Anson was killed in a motorcycle accident Saturday afternoon. A report from the Morning Sentinel newspaper states 32-year-old Annie Harris Rowe lost control of her Harley and hit a guardrail on River Road in Anson. According to the Somerset County Sheriff's Office, the crash occurred around 1 p.m. An ambulance took her to Reddington Fairfield General Hospital in Skowhegan, where she was pronounced dead at the scene. The Sheriff's Office says Harris Rowe was not wearing a helmet when she was thrown from the motorcycle. It is still unclear what caused Harris Rowe to lose control, but the investigation is ongoing. In other news, Maine State Police and Augusta Police are investigating the shooting death of a man at a local towing company in Augusta. Police say the shooting took place at approximately 10:55 Friday morning at Ready Road Service Towing Company. State police identified the man killed as 36-year-old Tyler Morin of Lewiston. No arrests have been made, and state police detectives continue to investigate the circumstances of the death. An autopsy will be conducted in the coming days, and there's no additional information available at this time. A Wells man is charged with murdering a toddler. Local and state police are investigating a triple shooting in Wells on Saturday afternoon that also sent 2 men to the hospital. Owen Kingsley spoke with the toddler's mother and first responders about this tragedy.
19-year-old Andrew Huber Young is charged with murdering 2-year-old Octavia Huber Young on Saturday. Octavia's mother and other family members tell us they're devastated at this loss.
All that I know that she was full of life and that she always loved to smile and play, and she always wanted to be just like her older sister.
State police say 2 other men were shot by Andrew Huber Young and suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Samantha Higgins says those 2 men were her daughter's father and grandfather, who are now both out of the hospital.
Anytime you have a family that's been involved in a shooting, it's a tragedy. And it affects not only the greater family, friends, a neighborhood, and a community.
Higgins remembers her daughter for her playful spirit.
She would always, like when she would want my attention, she would always grab my finger and bring me something to her room and play with her. And she would always love to go outside, play on her swing set.
Police have been focusing their investigation around this home on Crediford Road, still surrounded by police tape as of Sunday evening. One neighbor tells us she was outside in her garden late Saturday afternoon when she heard a man yelling, followed by multiple popping noises and a woman screaming.
How does this happen?
Wells EMS was called to York Hospital in Wells to assist with the 3 shooting victims who had just arrived to the walk-in urgent care. EMS and other first responders say it's rare to respond to such a tragic incident involving a child so young.
It's just that we deal with adult situations consistently. This is a child.
Wells EMS now bringing in a crisis counselor to speak with those first responders who were involved.
It's a huge impact. They think about their children after the call.
It's incredibly sad, and it takes a toll on everyone, and it takes a toll on law enforcement, too.
At this point, state police are not saying how the suspect is related to the victim. They do expect more charges to be filed in this case.
Police are looking for help finding a wanted man. According to the Somerset County Sheriff's Office, 32-year-old Virgil White is wanted for charges of aggravated domestic assault, aggravated criminal mischief, violating conditions of release, and obstructing report of a crime. Police say White's last known address is in Athens. He is required to wear an ankle monitor for previous domestic violence-related charges under the Somerset County Community Corrections Program. Officials say White removed that ankle monitor on Saturday, which has led to an active arrest warrant. Now, they are asking anyone with information about White's whereabouts to contact the Somerset County Sheriff's Office, the Somerset County's Communication Center, or you can email a tip at scme.org. Maine State Police have issued an arrest warrant for a man who led police on a chase through multiple towns. According to the Maine State Police spokesperson Shannon Moss, the Augusta Regional Communications Center received complaints of a black Dodge Ram that was driving erratically on I-95 North in Pittsfield shortly after 10 p.m. Friday. Moss says a warden who was in the area saw the vehicle and turned on his emergency lights. She says the driver, 33-year-old Barry Hall of J, began to pull over, but then drove off at a high-speed rate. The warden believed Hall had been impaired and began to chase him before losing sight of the car. Moss says a Hampden police officer then saw Hall's vehicle on Western Ave in Hampden and attempted to stop him but failed. A state police trooper picked up the pursuit. Hall flew through the intersection of Mayo and Kennebec roads and drove into the woods. He then fled away from the scene on foot and has not been located. A warrant for his arrest has been issued on charges including eluding an officer, operating after habitual offender revocation, and driving to endanger, including criminal speed and violation of bail. Police are asking anyone with information to contact the state police. The nationwide baby formula shortage has been getting worse as some parents drive hours to find food for their babies. As Sierra Jordan reports, a Facebook group is helping connect local moms with stores that have formulas on the shelves.
When local parents head to the grocery store to search for baby formula, they see nothing but empty shelves. So they turn to social media to find the food their baby needs.
3 or 4 times a week, we're looking. Family and friends who have got us formula that isn't on WIC.
Kaylee Oliveira is one of the many parents who have been struggling to find baby formula for her twins who are lactose intolerant.
So we get 14 cans having twins a month. Last month we found 5.
This is an example of what mothers across the country are facing. Empty shelves after certain brands of baby formula were recalled. Oliveira says 5 cans of formula she found only lasted 3 days.
When it first started with the shortage, we were on sensitive formula, and then we couldn't find the sensitive formula after the recall. So then WIC switched us to Gentlease, and then we couldn't find Gentlease. And the girls went through 6 different brands and kinds of formula in 1 week.
According to the CDC, 4 out of 5 women begin breastfeeding their infant when they're born. But Michelle Hughes' children did not have that option.
Tried to breastfeed with my first one, Ella. She had a tongue tie and a lip tie and wanted nothing to do with it at all. Second one, I didn't even want to go down that road because of what happened with my first one.
From Bangor, Hughes says her husband travels as far as Ellsworth just to find baby formula.
It's terrifying because what if the next time you go there, it's not going to be there?
Hoping to help other mothers, Hughes joined Maine Baby Formula Shortage Help, a Facebook group dedicated to help mothers ensure their babies are fed.
And anytime we go to a store, we take pictures and we see if there's anything on the shelves, and if it's worth showing, we'll post it, and where we posted it, what time. That way, if anyone's close by and they need it, they know that there's something there at least.
Women's Infant and Children's Program are doing what they can, providing nutrition care for 17,000 low-income Maine families.
Gas is really expensive right now, and it's just challenging, and it's challenging to find the time. You don't want to drag your baby to, all kinds of stores, and you want to be home and enjoying your baby.
In Bangor, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Congress passed a $28 million emergency spending bill Wednesday in an effort to alleviate the baby formula shortage in the United States. We'll have more on that from the National Outlook in just a few minutes. Coming up next here on Good Morning Maine, news out of Maine. The Chancellor is meeting with the Board of Trustees as they'll decide his fate over the next few days. But first, here's a quick look at our overnight forecast. High of 68 degrees for your Monday. Partially cloudy skies, a little bit of sunshine sprinkled in. Tonight, those clouds stick around, and the temperatures will be dropping down to a low of 40 degrees. Tomorrow, we're back up in the high 60s with some more sunshine and partially cloudy skies.
I got certified as a crash reconstructionist in 2005. I've investigated 150 crashes. 90% of those are speed-related. Vehicle rolled over several times. When vehicles approach 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, the injuries start getting more serious to the point of being fatal. It's scary how fast someone's life can be altered forever just by driving a little bit too fast. The old adage is speed kills. It is absolutely the case.
When pipes froze and water damage ravaged a home, Bouchard Cleaning was there to restore and dry things up. When a home in Wells needed mold remediation, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration performed as promised. From Madawaska to Owl's Head, Ashland to Bath, we've answered the call. More than just a cleaning company, we're restoring Maine. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
What's the least sexy thing your wife has ever worn in the bedroom?
Granny panties, Steve.
Don't miss Family Feud. Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
I yelled, "My dog's being attacked."
She didn't say anything about her dog being attacked.
You don't really want us to believe that.
The dog didn't seem to be in pain.
You're a doctor now?
Hot Match. Monday at 3 on ABC 7.
The University of Maine system, the University of Maine at Augusta, and Dr. Michael Lalaberta have come to a mutual agreement that Dr. Lalaberta voluntarily withdraw from his contract to be the next president of the University of Maine at Augusta. According to a press release from the University of Maine system, both parties have agreed to pay Lalaberta the first year of compensation he would have received as UMA president. He may also be paid for the second and third year if he is not able to find a job where he would earn the same or a greater salary than he would have gotten as a UMA president. The Board of Trustees will begin a new search for the next president of UMA next fall. And Dr. Joe Zaskas will continue serving as interim president through June 30th of 2023. The fate of University of Maine Chancellor Daniel Malloy is on the agenda as trustees meet over the next couple of days in Portland. Malloy was hired in Maine in 2019 after serving as governor of Connecticut. His contract expires June 30th, and trustees will be hearing from an outside firm that conducted a multi-year review of his tenure. In recent weeks, the faculty senates of 3 campuses have each issued no confidence votes in Malloy. The chancellor says he takes the resolution seriously and that the pace of change throughout the system is causing anxiety. The meeting took place on Sunday and will continue today at the University of Southern Maine. About 15 minutes past the top of the hour. After the break, the Maine Forest Service is warning Mainers that brown-tail moths are back out from now until June. We'll hear from Jim Britt next. Plus, the first batch of imported baby formula is now in the United States. It's the first of several planes expected to arrive here in the coming days and weeks. More details coming up.
Looking for your dream home?
Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
He is his high school's first openly gay class president and excited to give a speech at his graduation. But now he says he's being silenced by the principal and Florida's Don't Say Gay law. Now he speaks out live to Robin Roberts. What does he want you to know? The exclusive breaks this morning on GMA.
The weather in Maine is tough on any vehicle. Let the qualified technicians at D&S Auto keep your vehicle running the way it should. D&S Auto, Brewer, Maine, full-service repair, routine maintenance, and everything in between.
We've got a 100-year-old company here, and it's because of the service, the quality, and the experience. It gets done right.
I think we've been doing it for so long. The only thing that we do, that when we walk into a room, we automatically know how to treat that window. We can take any product that the customer's looking for and make it work in just about any situation that they present us with. So
there's no reason to be overwhelmed.
No.
We can help you through it.
We're not going anywhere. We've been around for 100 years.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
Welcome back. Time is now 6:16. It's about 57 degrees outside. I'm Joe Cortez, and communities in Maine are now going to be using more than $24 million in federal money to help clean up contaminated former industrial sites. Now, the money is from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. It will pay for assessments and site cleanups in communities including Gardner, Millinocket, and Bath. The funding is part of a long-standing effort by the EPA to remediate brownfields, which are areas where redevelopment is made challenging by contaminants and blight. Brown-tailed moth caterpillars are back out this spring. Stephanie Wittenbach has the details on how to control the situation and the current infestation.
The Maine Forest Service is warning Mainers that brown-tailed moths are back out from now until June. Maine Forest Service Director of Communications Jim Britt asks people to check their boats, ATVs, and cars for the caterpillars.
Remove it from your vehicle very carefully, protect your skin, put it into a plastic bag, put it into another container that you can hold that brown-tailed moth caterpillar in until you can get it to your freezer to freeze it, or drop it in some soapy water.
Britt says once you've done one of the two things, you can throw it in the trash. He says brown-tailed moths are currently out of their webs and will cause irritation if they touch the skin.
If you find one of those brown-tailed moth hitchhikers on your car or ATV or whatever it might be, remove them. And if you're in an infested area, you have two options. One is to leave that caterpillar there, remove it from your vehicle and move on, or alternatively, kill that brown-tailed moth.
Britt says the best way to prevent the spread of brown-tailed moths would have been to cut their webs from mid-October through mid-April.
This is the time of year when brown-tailed moth caterpillars are on the move.
Britt says your town or city's public works director can be a great resource for help. In Bangor, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
To learn more about brown-tailed moths, you can visit the state's website, and the link for that is on our website, foxbangor.com. Let's get a full look at our forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs. He's in with the latest. Hopefully we'll see a little more sunshine, a little less rain. Devin, what's in store?
Hey, Joe, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, so a cold front moved through recently, moving from the west to the east, and we had some rain showers that developed last night, and early this morning that has since tapered off, so things are looking pretty good for us at this point. We do have this cold front right about in here that's tracking off towards the east, so high pressure is going to be moving in. The trick to this forecast, though, will be this area of low pressure. We got some clouds developing with it. Well, high pressure causes some of the clouds to erode. The trick trick to that forecast will be whether that happens or not. For now, we're going with the lesser cloud forecast. Wave heights, not too bad out there, only at about 3 to 4 feet. They'll stay in about in that area today, and maybe some gusty winds getting up to about 20 miles per hour. In a few spots so, but the good news is we'll be backing off later on tonight, so the winds will not be lasting very long. And temperatures recently, too, have been rather interesting. We've had a few days that we were below average for Wednesday through Saturday. And then yesterday, we were above average in the upper 70s. Our average high should be in the upper 60s. So we'll do about upper 60s to lower 70s for about the next several days, though. So a rather comfortable forecast will soon be on the way. So your forecast for today, again, partly cloudy skies overall, maybe becoming mostly clear for a while overnight tonight, but then becoming partly cloudy again as we head towards the overnight period. Then we'll repeat things for tomorrow under a partly cloudy sky overall with intermittent clouds and sunshine that will soon begin to develop. Overall for today, upper 60s under a partly cloudy sky, and that north wind getting up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Higher gusts up to 20 miles per hour, not out of the question. 40 degrees tonight, becoming partly cloudy, and that north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, upper 60s to lower 70s. Not too bad, right? Not too bad, right? Under a partly cloudy sky. Now east wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, Scott's Recreation extended forecast for dry through Wednesday. The small chances of rain on the way for Thursday and Friday. Again, temperatures not too bad. They'll be in the upper 60s to lower 70s.
Hey everyone, today's an exciting day. I'm joined by my old friend, Mr. Ellis Williams, aka Mr. Biggs, one of the founding fathers of hip-hop from the mighty Soul Sonic Force, who, by the way, happened to be a CarShield customer, and I had no idea.
When I saw you representing CarShield, I knew CarShield was the real deal. You've always been official.
You called me and you told me, you said, man, I got CarShield, and it worked. What made you get it?
You know, I was actually watching a football game at the time. CarShield commercial came on. I was like, you know what? I have this old SUV, and I know the manufacturer warranty is about to run out. I didn't want to get stuck with expensive car repairs.
Right.
So I gave CarShield a call. Coverage was very affordable, and there was no long-term contract. A few months after that, transmission went on my car. I took it to my mechanic. Mechanic knew of CarShield. They called CarShield and saved my family and I $2,400.
CarShield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles.
When I bought my used car, I didn't expect any problems right away. But when it broke down, I'm glad I had CarShield.
CarShield saved me over $4,000 and followed through with their commitment. Thank you, CarShield.
I've been a CarShield customer for close to 7 years, had 3 vehicles covered, and they saved me close to $9,000.
With coverage through CarShield's administrators, you'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge. Plus, with CarShield's nationwide coverage network, you can choose the mechanic or dealership of your choice no matter where you are.
If you're driving without a warranty, you have to call CarShield.
Yeah, you do. Give CarShield a call today before it's too late. Remember,
CarShield cars go farther.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call CarShield for a free and instant protection plan quote. Once your car breaks down, it's too late. Call 800-749-7206. 800-749-7206.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
The first batch of imported baby formula under Operation Fly Formula is now in the United States. It's the first of several planes expected to arrive here in the coming days and weeks, but still the shortage is severe and getting worse. We're now learning of 4 more infants who had been hospitalized due to complications related to the shortage. And Wynn has the latest from Washington.
This morning, some relief for desperate parents. Enough specialty baby formula for 500,000 8-ounce bottles now in the U.S. after the administration used a C-17 military cargo plane to fly it in from Germany. President Biden tweeting these photos, writing, "Our team is working around the clock to get safe formula to everyone who needs it." This formula heading to hospitals and medical providers to distribute to parents whose babies are allergic to cow milk proteins. This comes as ABC News has learned at least 4 infants in South Carolina were recently hospitalized due to complications. 3 of them admitted when their parents were forced to use alternatives to their normal formula, and their babies couldn't tolerate the switch.
Our patients and families across the country are in urgent need of this formula.
Still, millions of parents remain stressed as data shows the shortage nationwide is getting worse, with about 45% of baby formula out of stock.
You can cut the desperation with a knife. Nothing else matters. The world stops until you find that formula.
In New York City, the mayor declaring a state of emergency to prevent price gouging. President Biden announcing the first 2 Defense Production Act authorizations aimed at increasing domestic supply, including allowing key formula maker Abbott Nutrition to receive priority orders of raw materials. Abbott, which the New York Times says controls nearly half of the domestic formula supply, had to shut down a plant in February due to possible contamination. The White House also announcing another shipment of formula will arrive at Dulles Airport later this week. Abbott CEO expressed remorse in an op-ed at his company's role in the ongoing shortage, predicting they'd restart the facility in June but wouldn't have any product to offer families until July.
And still to come here on the second half of our show, lawmakers are calling on senators to increase funding for infrastructure maintenance on federal lands as the backlog of more than $21 billion in maintenance continues to rise. Plus, about 540 students from 23 different countries and 36 states are going into a broad range of professional careers upon graduating. These stories and more as we keep rolling here on Good Morning Maine.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary and live in the area, call now to see how this little card could get you some big benefits, including money added back to your Social Security check. With one toll-free call, you can find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. You get an all-in-one plan designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, prescription drugs with $0 generics, dental, vision and hearing, plus the WellCare Visa Flex Card, money for over-the-counter items, and money back in your Social Security check each month, and so much more. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare plan for a $0 monthly premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 monthly premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, including up to $840 each year added to your Social Security check to help cover your Part B premium. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free plan guide will give you the details you need to make a smart choice for your Medicare coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information. So call 1-877-282-3827. WellCare. Call today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
It's Monday, May 23rd of 2022. Devin has the forecast in just a moment. If you're vacationing, welcome to Maine. We're glad you're here. There's plenty to experience around here. Legendary American outlaws Bonnie and Clyde met their fate in Louisiana 88 years ago today. It wasn't pretty, 167 bullets and 20 seconds. The movie version of Stephen King's The Shining came out 42 years ago today. Birthdays today include twin sons from different mothers, comedian Drew Carey and writer Mitch Albom, who are both 64 years old. Former contestant and new host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings, is 48. Jeopardy can be seen each weeknight at 7:30 on ABC 7, and today is Lucky Penny Day. So anytime you find a lucky penny, we all know that feeling. It's a good feeling, so keep it around this Monday morning. We'll bring in Devin Biggs and get a little look at that forecast. Hopefully we'll see some more sunshine and keep those temperatures around the 70s. It's good golfing weather. Devin, what's in store?
Hey, Joe, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, radar and satellite quieting down after a few rain showers moved through last night, and so far temperatures have been rather mild in the 60s and 50s this morning. No, we'll be watching for temperatures that will be falling soon as that cold front has since passed through. But temperatures today should still make it into the 60s, and once this front moves through, a few dry days on the way, though, with a mixture of clouds and sunshine overall. And so far, overnight low temperatures have been rather mild, some areas in the 40s and 50s. We'll see these updated a little bit more as we head towards morning. We hit those overnight lows overall. But otherwise, though, looking pretty good out there. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today. Overall, clouds shouldn't be too ridiculous, but a little bit more cloud cover approaching as we head towards Tuesday morning. But winds will be a little gusty today, getting up to about 15, maybe close to 20 miles per hour early, but backing off overnight tonight, so things will be looking rather calm as we do move forward. But for today, we'll call it partly cloudy, pretty simple out there, right? We'll have highs in the upper 60s, and that north wind getting up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour, a few gusts up to 20 miles per hour, not out of the question. Later on tonight, partly to perhaps mostly cloudy, lows in the lower 40s, and that north wind backing off to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. In your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning period, a mixture of clouds and sun, temperatures warming into the middle 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe?
Thanks, Devin. Lawmakers from Maine and Colorado are calling on senators to increase funding for infrastructure maintenance on federal lands. Independent Senator Angus King of Maine and a Democratic representative from Colorado chair the National Park Subcommittee in their respective chambers. They say the National Park Service has a backlog of more than $21 billion in deferred maintenance and repairs. The lawmakers say the senators should ensure the fiscal year's appropriations bill includes, quote, robust annual funding for the U.S. Department of Interior's maintenance obligations. And Colby College held a commencement ceremony for the class of 2022 Sunday morning. According to the college's Director of Media Relations, George Sopko, about 540 students from 23 different countries are going into a broad range of professional careers upon graduating. Now, the Pulitzer Prize-winning author, Isabel Wilkerson, delivered the commencement address. 6 people were presented with the honorary doctoral degrees, including Penobscot Nation Ambassador Molly and Dana and CDC Director Dr. Nirav Shah. The new graduates are excited about the apparent following unprecedented school years due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
During my time at Colby, I started out really sort of overwhelmed with the kind of academic rigor of the school, and with the pandemic, it kind of added to that stress of what's going on, like how am I going to kind of make it through this, unscathed.
And she continued to add the community and resources at Colby College helped her succeed. Longtime staff member Margaret McFadden says the school is known for its liberal arts education. The 22nd annual Beth C. Wright Walk for Life took place in Addison over the weekend. Stephanie Wittenbach has the details.
Beth C. Wright passed away from breast cancer at the age of 28. Before her death, she created the Choose Life Foundation, which turned into what people know now as the Beth C. Wright Cancer Resource Center. Walk for Life, which is held in Addison, Maine every year, is the largest fundraiser for the center. The nonprofit organization aims to give folks in Washington and Hancock counties the necessary tools they need to fight their cancer battle.
Our goal this year is to raise $35,000. So a lot of that about half of that comes from sponsor fees, and half of it comes from people who get money from other pledges for walking in the event.
The walk included a 1-mile, 2-mile, and 5-mile option for participants. After the walk, people gathered to receive their gifts from the Chinese auction. They ate lunch and enjoyed music.
I was very excited to go walking. Every year I do a 5K if I can. And it's always fun to come to do the Chinese auction, go see the vendors and have lunch, see your family, see your friends.
While people were grabbing their gifts from the auction, Beth's nieces reflected on what kind of person she was.
She was so kind, just wanted to give back to everyone. Throughout her cancer journey, she was incredibly selfless and wanted to make sure that everyone else had an opportunity to get services. And
we live in a really rural community that we don't have a lot of the resources that bigger areas, more populated areas do. And so she just really wanted no person going through a cancer diagnosis to ever feel like they were alone.
Walkers who donated $25 or more received a Walk for Life t-shirt. For more information, go to BethWrightCancerCenter.org. In Addison, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Now, would you consider going out with someone solely based on their idea of a great date? A UMaine graduate has created an app that promotes just that. Andrew Howes created the Cardinal Dating app that helps match users based on the type of activities they enjoy. The concept is a non-traditional approach to online dating by focusing first on common interests before forming a physical attraction. Howes says he was inspired by his own dating experience.
In the past, I feel like I've learned a lot about myself and how great it feels to be with someone who just clicks with you. I think that most people struggle with that, so I'm really passionate about Cardinal and hope that my hard work will at least help at least one person find their person.
Local business owners who think their business is the perfect setting for a date are asked to visit thecardinaldating.com. And still coming up here this morning, Tyler Cruz will introduce us to a senior softball player from Hamden as she looks to continue thriving during the team's successful run. Sports is next, but first, here's a quick look at that forecast. We have a beautiful day in store for us, a high of 68 degrees. The sunshine will be out. A little bit of cloud coverage tonight. Those clouds will be sticking around. Temperatures drop down to a low of 40 degrees. And tomorrow, we're back in the mid to high 60s with sunshine. Looks like it's going to be that theme the rest of the week. Not a lot of rain, more sun, and a great week ahead.
Aren't you glad for innovation? Things that used to be big and bulky, well, now they fit in your pocket. Even your hose, the Silver Bullet. It's making other hoses obsolete. Just turn on the water and the Silver Bullet inflates from pocket size to super size. It's the hands-free hose that grows and grows. Turn off the water and it shrinks back to a super light pocket hose. It's putting itself away. The other hose, it just sits there. Come on, go. Get your 25-foot pocket hose Silver Bullet today. Still just $19.99. You also get our adjustable bullet nozzle, a $20 value, absolutely free. Order now and you can double it to 2. Just pay a separate fee. This offer is not available on Amazon. Get the original pocket hose Silver Bullet today.
Call 1-800-709-9081. That's 1-800-709-9081 or visit silverbullethose.com. So call 1-800-709-9081 now.
I'm glad I got my colonoscopy when I did, right at age 50, because they found a large tumor. I had absolutely no symptoms beforehand.
If you're 50 or older, ask your provider about screening for colon cancer. Today, you have options for colon cancer screening.
I'm celebrating 6 years cancer-free and thankful for every minute of it.
Did you know that it's possible to prevent colorectal cancer with regular screening? Learn more at screenmaine.org.
Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. We will start over at Hamden Academy, where the Broncos have been rolling on the softball field, and one senior has been the driving force for them this season.
We can compete, like we're a competitor this year.
Hamden softball has been making some noise this season.
They're having fun and they're being confident, and that right there is our season goal, is to be confident but also have a good time.
They're winners of their last 3, and perhaps the most impressive one, a 2-0 shutout on the road at Bangor to sweep the season series.
We get very hyped when it's Bangor, it's a rival, so a lot of cheering, a lot of just energy in the dugout, but still knowing like they're a tough competitor and we have to stay focused when playing them.
They're a good team and it's hard to beat them, and it's even harder to beat them twice.
Getting revenge on the Rams for sending them home last spring.
After last year losing to them in the first round, like that definitely is a big drive for us to come back and win this year.
In the win, their star pitcher, Danny Masterson, threw a shutout gem, mowing down the Rams all game.
Danny was lights out, 19 Ks, 21 outs.
That's insane.
It's incredible.
It's nothing new either.
The senior has been striking out hitters all year.
She's 136 in 67 innings.
And credits it to her off-season grind.
Definitely, I started pitching more, so 2 to 3 times in the off-season during the winter, and then going to the gym a little bit more just to build my strength, and just really working on control of my pitches.
She's worked really hard in the off-season, and she's doing phenomenal. But her pitches they're faster than they were. They're better controlled than they were. She's worked really hard.
Her coach says that command that she has over every single pitch in her arsenal is what makes Danny stand out.
You don't see that. Usually you see if they have 5 or 6 pitches, they'll have good command over 3 or 4 of them. But this is tight. I mean, she throws what she wants, when she wants, and she will go and win the at-bat.
Next season, Masterson is taking her talents up the road to Husson University, and she'll try and help the Eagles reach a 3rd straight NCAA tournament.
For a program like that to want me to play for them just is like amazing to me, and every time I watch McKenna Smith, Jen Jones pitch, it just gets me super excited.
All right, the Broncos will be back in action Monday night at Brewer. Looking forward to watching Danny pitch with the Eagles as well. And speaking of the Eagles, Husson Baseball, they made some history today down in Arcadia in the NCAA tournament. Top of the 3rd, the Eagles are down 2, but Jackson Curtis is going to rip one to left field right here. That's going to bring in 2 runs, and we are knotted at 2. Curtis goes to second on the throw. All right, same inning. Husson up 1. Ethan started at the dish. He ropes one to the opposite field. That's Kobe Rogerson coming around to score from second base. The Eagles would put up 8 in the 3rd and build a huge lead. It's 13-5 in the 7th. Joey Thomas at the dish, and he rips this one down the line. He ends up with a 2-run double. Elizabethtown is getting closer. 13-9 now when we go to the bottom of the 9th, and Ben Watson is at the dish. He smokes this ball past Curtis at first, and that single is going to make it a 2-run ball game. All right, winning run on first with 1 out to go. And then here we go, bottom of the 9th. Look at Akira Warren at second base. Full extension to save the game and grab this ball up the middle. And the Eagles win their first tournament game since 2009.
13-12 is the final score.
And in their second game of the day, Husson fell to SUNY Oswego, eliminating them from the regional, but still a heck of a season for Husson. NAC champs after turning on the Jets midway through, and looking forward to next spring. Staying on the diamond here, Maine baseball just days away from taking the field in the America East tournament as the top overall seed. They were in action Saturday looking to avoid being swept for the first time in conference play. Black Bears are at Hartford, no score in the 3rd. Jordan Shulafan at 3rd. Ball's going to get away from the catcher, and that's going to force a bad throw, and then Shulafan will walk home. It is 1-0 Black Bears. McDaniels goes to second. Same inning, same score. McDaniel on 3rd. Bramonti at the dish. Nice play up the middle to get the out, but that brings home the run, and Maine takes a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the frame, Donnie Cohoon at the plate. He gets all of this Brett Irwin pitch. That goes over the head of Shulafan in right field and over the wall. We have a tie ball game. 4-2 Hawks now. We go to the 8th. 2 runners on for Daniel Burnett. This ball, that's going to get over the head of Jeff Mejia. Both runs are going to come around to score. Burnett is going to go all the way to 3rd base with a triple. And then Maine goes on to lose this one. 7-2 is the final. Not a very good time for the first time you're being swept in conference all season, right before conference playoffs, but hopefully they will turn it around. All right, now for some good news. Only if you're a Red Sox fan, though, and it has to do with Sox ace Chris Sale. Sale hasn't been in action all year. He's dealing with a rib injury and a non-baseball medical issue. Now, after all of that, he resumed playing catch just last Monday. Then towards the end of the week, he made a huge stride, throwing off the mound for the first time. Now, that's out of the way. He only threw a 15-pitch bullpen session, but the goal now is to shift the focus towards building back up now that he has cleared that milestone. All right, that is all we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in this state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit, any new truck. Our full-service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
Herman Meadow is a very user-friendly golf course. We have some very good rates. We have discounts for military people. We have discounts for seniors, individual and group lessons for juniors.
The greens, especially this year, they're in excellent shape. It's not a course that won't allow you to hit the ball 10 or 12 times on any hole and still have fun.
There's some challenges out there, but there's also some risk rewards.
It's convenient. You can come in Union Street, you can come in Route 2. It's just in a great location.
It's just a fun place to play.
Something weird is going on with Holy Moly.
I wish I could help you, Rob.
That's a great idea. The Muppets and Rob Riggle save Holy Moly.
ABC Tuesday. TV's most extreme mini golf show is now sensational,
I'm ready!
celebrational,
That was a hole-in-one!
and totally Muppetational.
Yeah. Green machine. One question. Why?
'Cause it's Holy Moly forever. New Tuesday on ABC.
And with Monday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
Trading closed Friday just outside of a bear market, the S&P finishing last week nearly 19% off its all-time high. A bear market is 20% below its high. The Dow had its longest downstretch in 90 years as of last week. Apple is looking at a way out of China. The Wall Street Journal says the company is taking a closer look at boosting production in India and Vietnam, driven by several factors, including China's strict anti-COVID policies. Computer chip maker Broadcom is looking at cloud computing. Reuters says Broadcom is in talks to acquire cloud service provider VMware. Broadcom's been moving into software by buying CA Technologies and the security division of Symantec. And there's a recall of Jif peanut butter over worries about salmonella. The move comes after a possible contamination was traced back to a plant in Kentucky. I'm Leo Jonathan with Monday's Business on ABC 7.
And from business to the latest on what's going on in Hollywood, here's ABC's Christopher Watson.
The Doctor Strange sequel is still on top, but Downton Abbey, A New Era, enjoyed a strong second-place debut at the weekend box office. The second film based on the hit TV drama bowed with $16 million, taken by pundits as a sign older audiences are now returning to movie theaters.
I did what I had to do.
Another $31.6 million for week 3 of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, pushing its global gross to just over $800 million. Kate McKinnon there saying so long to Saturday Night Live on NBC over the weekend. One of 4 longtime show regulars who made their exits, including Pete Davidson, Aidy Bryant, and Kyle Mooney. Deadline reports Amber Heard's defense team will call Johnny Depp himself to the stand as early as Monday in his $50 million defamation trial against his ex-wife. And The Price is Right host Drew Carey is 64 Monday. And that's what's happening in Hollywood.
And on Friday, Governor Mills accepted a special gift from a NASA astronaut and Caribou native. AJ Douglas was there and has the story.
In 2019, NASA astronaut Jessica Meir lived out her wildest dreams by traveling to space for the first time. She made sure to bring a piece of home along the way, ensuring the Maine state flag was flown on the International Space Station. Meir says she's always gravitated towards an adventure.
I think my mom, I know growing up, was always used to me wanting to do different things like learning how to skydive, learning how to be a private pilot even before this job. So I guess you can say that I've been attracted to those kind of things, those very dynamic, fast-paced things.
Most of all, she wants to share those larger-than-life experiences with other Mainers, which is why the flag will be on display at the Maine State Museum for all to see.
It's not just me and my mission. You know, this is a NASA mission. It's taxpayer money, and it's really for all of the people that helped us get where we are. And not only that, really for all of humanity. You know, when we have the privilege of being in space and looking down at the state of Maine from above and really of the entire planet, it is absolutely life-changing.
Meir also noted feelings of gratitude for all the women that came before her in hopes for more diversity and inclusion in the future.
My hope is that for all of these girls in the future, that they don't even have to talk about it anymore because it's just normal. For everybody, whether they're women, whether they're men, whatever they look like, whatever their skin color, whoever they are, we're all just part of one team.
The governor proudly accepted the flag on behalf of the people of Maine. Governor Mills says Meir, a Caribou native, shows all Mainers sky's the limit no matter how small the hometown. In studio, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
About 10 minutes away from the top of the hour, let's bring in Devin Biggs with one final look at our full weather forecast. Devin, good morning.
Hey, Joe, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, so a cold front moved through recently, moving from the west to the east, and we had some rain showers that developed last night and early this morning. That has since tapered off, so things are looking pretty good for us at this point. We do have this cold front right about in here that's tracking off towards the east, so high pressure is going to be moving in. The trick to this forecast, though, will be this area of low pressure. We got some clouds developing with it. Well, high pressure causes some of the clouds to erode. The trick to that forecast will be whether that happens or not. For now, we're going with the lesser cloud forecast. Wave heights, not too bad out there, only at about 3 to 4 feet. They'll stay in about that area today, and maybe some gusty winds getting up to about 20 miles per hour. In a few spots, so, but the good news is we'll be backing off later on tonight, so the winds will not be lasting very long. And temperatures recently, too, have been rather interesting. We've had a few days that we were below average for Wednesday through Saturday. And then yesterday, we were above average in the upper 70s. Our average high should be in the upper 60s. So we'll do about upper 60s to lower 70s for about the next several days, though. So a rather comfortable forecast will soon be on the way. So your forecast for today, again, partly cloudy skies overall, maybe becoming mostly clear for a while overnight tonight, but then becoming partly cloudy again as we head towards the overnight period. Then we'll repeat things for tomorrow under a partly cloudy sky overall with intermittent clouds and sunshine that will soon begin to develop. Overall for today, upper 60s under a partly cloudy sky, that north wind getting up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Higher gusts up to 20 miles per hour, not out of the question. 40 degrees tonight, becoming partly cloudy, that north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, upper 60s to lower 70s. Not too bad, right? Not too bad, right? Under a partly cloudy sky. Now east wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, Scott's Recreation extended forecast for dry through Wednesday. The small chances of rain on the way for Thursday and Friday. Again, temperatures not too bad. They'll be in the upper 60s to lower 70s.
Attention Maine fishermen, we want to see your biggest catch and for you to win some great prizes. Go to foxbangor.com and click on contest and giveaway, then upload your photo for your chance to win. Sponsored by Willie's Sports Center, Mill Mall, and Ellsworth. We have everything for fishing from trout to tuna, fly fishing, trolling, and ocean rigging. We carry fat tire e-bikes to get to remote spots and snow dog utility machines. We have all your hunting and outdoor essentials.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you could have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
Summer is just around the corner, and so are huge savings on all your favorite brands, including Benjamin Moore paints and Hunter Douglas shades. Color Concepts, 840 Hammond Street, Bangor.
Extreme mini cars.
Oh, that's the danger zone.
The Muppets.
Yeah.
And fierce competition. It all adds up to Holy Moly Forever. New Tuesday on ABC.
For many of us, this weekend will be the first time this season we'll be firing up the grill. And to make sure your cookout doesn't turn into a cook-in, now is the time to make sure your grill is in tip-top shape. If you have a propane grill, make sure your tank is in good shape. That means the on-off valve is working properly and the tank itself is not rusted. And if everything's okay, make sure you have it filled. On the grill itself, double check that the hose connecting the tank to the grill is not cracked. And if you have a self-starter, make sure it hasn't lost its spark. Now, whether you have a charcoal or gas grill, check the grates. That means cleaning them with a good quality grill cleaner. But if you can't save them and your grill is still in good shape, pick up a few replacements. Your grill manufacturer's website is always a good place to get information and parts. So when it's time to grill, it'll be smooth sailing. And to help kick off grill season, why not try these tasty pork chops? What makes them so good is the sweet and tangy glaze that caramelizes as it cooks. To get the recipe for our honey mustard grilled pork chops, all you need to do is go to our website. And while you're there, check out our tips on getting your grill in tip-top shape. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found getting ready for grill season way. For you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Now, what if your clothes could help combat climate change? The concept may seem like something out of a science fiction movie, but the technology could be coming to your closet sooner than you think. Fox News correspondent Jackie Ibanez has more.
In fashion, sustainability is the latest hot trend, something climate-concerned consumers hope never goes out of style. And in a business where the goal is to turn heads, these carbon-capturing aprons are doing just that.
They're absolutely amazing.
Researchers backed by H&M have developed a special solution that allows fabric to catch carbon dioxide in the air. The technology is currently being tested by chefs at this Swedish restaurant in Stockholm, whose aprons are made with the liquid. And what seems like magic, officials say the carbon stays stuck to the aprons until they're heated to about 90 degrees. It's then that the CO2 revaporizes and can be repurposed, like below the restaurant, where it's being used to help grow plants, which are then incorporated into some of their dishes.
It is pulled into this greenhouse here and is used as a food for the plants. So it completes the photosynthesis cycle.
According to data collected by the United Nations, the fashion industry produces roughly 8 to 10% of the world's carbon emissions. On any given day, officials say a T-shirt made with this solution can help capture about a third of the CO2 that a tree can. It's a small start that officials hope can soon be applied on a more industrial scale. To help future clothes made with the solution go mainstream, researchers say they need to help consumers find a user-friendly way to repurpose the CO2 their clothes capture, noting not everyone has access to a greenhouse.
The ranks of Maine law enforcement grew Friday as the newest officers graduated from the Maine Criminal Justice Academy in Vassalboro. It was the largest class in the history of the academy, with 68 police cadets ranging from ages 21 to 53. The class included 11 females and the first female to be elected class president. The graduates spent 18 weeks at the intensive residential training program. Members of the class represent 43 states and county law enforcement agencies from Caribou to Kittery. Good Morning America is coming up next on ABC 7. You can stick with us at the top of the hour for Good Morning Maine. That's next up on Fox 22. We hope you have a great day. If you missed anything, check out all of these stories on social media and our website, foxbangor.com.
Their price, $30,000. Your price, $20. Can you tell the difference? Even expert jewelers have a difficult time distinguishing the diamond Z4 CZ from mined diamonds because of their similarity. Now, for the first time ever, the fire and brilliance of flawless diamonds are captured in this beautiful ring, each perfectly complemented by a brilliant setting of sterling silver plate and offered at an unprecedented price. The Sterlington collection proudly presents a true masterpiece. This exquisite ring features a flawless simulated diamond center stone of 2 3/4 carats, surrounded by over 1 1/4 carats of round and tapered flawless baguettes. And now the stunning brilliance of Diamond Z4 is affordable to virtually everyone. One jewelry industry professional who examined these rings marveled at their beauty and brilliance.
It's exceedingly rare to see such flawless stones.
He's right. Comparable solitaires made of diamonds can cost up to $30,000.
I was shocked that the stones in these rings weren't diamonds.
Even perfect natural diamonds have flaws, but every CZ stone in the